This is a big weekend for Will Smith. There's not just another Hollywood blockbuster on the line here. His career is kind of on the line here as well. And I say that because he has had a lot of downs over the past 2 years or so. Ever since the Oscars slap, he's been on a downward slope, and that's because of his wife putting all their dirty laundry out there all the time, almost intentionally humiliating him. It's almost gotten so bad to the point where I kind of have felt sorry for him because she has been out there wrecking his name quite a bit since that slap, almost trying to take all of the heat off of her and put it on him, which, of course, didn't really work out that well. If anything, she's just been showing everybody who she really is. But how will this movie do? It's tough to say. As of right now, it made $5.9 million in previews. Good breakdown here from Luis Fernando, as always, when it comes to these kinds of things. You don't just erase a megastar like Will Smith, or you fail miserably if you try. Bad Boys Ride or Die, ready to ride over industry's doubts with a strong $5.9 million Thursday preview at U.S. box office, biggest for R-rated films since Oppenheimer, and very close to Bad Boys for Life, $6.4 million pre-coof. Biggest previews for R-rated films since Oppenheimer a year ago versus Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, $5 million Thursday plus $1.6 million Wednesday previews. No Time to Die's $5.3 million Thursday plus $1 million Wednesday previews is up there with Creed 3's $4.5 million through $1 million Monday, Wednesday previews. A $55 million through $60 million 3-day opening weekend could be on the cards, and that is just domestic. I don't think that's worldwide. Worldwide likely will be maybe over 100. I don't know how these do internationally. I think this movie's likely going to make money. The budget, at least according to a Google search, this popped up from the Hollywood Reporter, about $100 million, right? So maybe $300 million, I think, is what it needs to make money when you take in marketing. That's a lower budget compared to a lot of other Hollywood movies. We'll see. I don't think it's going to flop. Most people seem to like it. I was looking at the Rotten Tomatoes, 97% audience score. That's high. 100-plus verified ratings. Critics don't like it, though. 65% from critics. Top critics bring it down to 56% rotten. They are not giving this movie any breaks. Now, I looked into it, read a lot of these, and they can all be summed up really from this article from The Reason, Free Minds and Free Markets. And it's summed up as basically safe. They're not trying to offend anybody. And it's just going by the numbers movie. The chemistry is apparently still as good as it always has been between Lawrence and Smith. Not as good as the previous ones, but still serviceable. That's what I got from reading a lot of the critics' reviews. They were kind of hard on it, to be honest, compared to, some of the shit that they praise, like The Acolyte. It seems like they're knocking this movie, and I know it says masculinity here. Like, I thought this was going to be a big, like, they were going to trash this movie because it was overly masculine, which is what these movies are supposed to be. It seems like critics are knocking this movie because it's not trying to really push any boundaries. It's just basically another... A good comparison, I guess, would be like Lethal Weapon 4. You have the old aging heroes. This isn't really, because this happens right away. Apparently, there's a wedding. Will Smith's character is getting married. You know, he's a big womanizer in the previous movies. And during the ceremony, Martin Lawrence's character has a heart attack. So there's this theme of them being old, which is funny because that kind of was in the last one. But nonetheless, it's serviceable, safe, and fun. Will it do well? I don't know. I mean, everything that Lewis broke down here makes me think it's probably going to be okay. The real question is if it's going to have legs or not. You know, how well will it do? Now, I saw this from, there was a post on my Twitter right here. Tom Connors went to go see the movie, and this was 14 hours ago, and nobody was in the theater. This could be isolated, not sure. I also don't know what time Tom went, but, you know, time will see. I am kind of shocked that they're hating on this movie so much, but audiences like it. 97% audience score. And if you take it to all audience, it only drops down to 90%. So it seems like people like it, critics hate it, and sometimes that actually bodes well for a movie. Will this revive Will Smith's career? We'll see. If it does well, that means the slap is in the back of people's minds, and they're willing to forgive and forget, which most people are willing to do. Most people are willing to forgive and forget. I mean, the dude has been, you know, kind of trying to lay low for 2 years. He seems like he realizes he screwed up. So I think most people are willing to forgive that. We'll see what happens, though. It could flop. I mean, this could all be nothing, and it could be a big disaster, like a lot of movies have had happen to them since 2024. It's been a bad year for the theaters and for Hollywood. So we shall see. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.